Nigeria has been bedeviled by many domestic challenges, ranging from domestic, political and geopolitical issues, all of which threaten the unity of the country. The cry of marginalization as a major problem of late has led to the call for restructuring, which many believe has the answer to the country's many problems.
When we're talking about restructuring, as we're looking at it, is a situation where states will be in control of whatever they have. Okay? They'll be in control. Instead of them going to Abuja to pick whatever from the federal government, they now pay to the federal government what is due to them.
The Southeast feel terribly abandoned, terribly marginalized in the scheme of things. Whether rightly or wrongly, these calls exist. If you look at certain things around the country, appointments, particularly the composition of the military high command in Nigeria, you find out that you will not find one single person from the Southeast.
So restructuring in the Nigerian context simply means taking care of all the aspects of the country with what they have. For instance, we are running a federal system of government. A federal system in the sense that we have a government at the center, we have the states, we have the local governments, and all the resources of the federating units have been taken by the government at the center and then distributed down the line according to the whims of those who are occupying the center.
Nigeria, as a multi-ethnic society, has had its fair share of calm, peace and unity, but all that seemed to be fizzling out into the archives of history, with domestic problems shaking the fibers of its foundation as a nation. Economic recession, militancy, secessionist activities and cries of marginalization have culminated in a loss of confidence over the federal government's inability to fulfill its mandate and promises of wellness to the people. A major issue is the marginalization of some regions, as the South, South and Southeast geopolitical zones, who lament on the lack of federal presence, infrastructural decay, non-inclusion or tokenism in federal appointments. These manifestations were given relevance in the recent federal appointments in Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC), where the East recorded no representation, as well as in the National Security Service. Such neglect has given birth to groups as the Oduduwa People's Congress, Indigenous People of Biafra (IPOB), Movement for the Actualization of the Sovereign State of Biafra (MASOP), Movement for the Emancipation of Ogoni People (MASOP), and several other militant groups in the Niger Delta, all clamoring for restructuring.
I used to say it far behind that we have to introduce what we call patrimonialism, where the people of the land inherit what is on their land and benefit from what is on their land, and then send a fraction.
Undoubtedly, the call for restructuring of Nigeria has won popularity in the hearts of many Nigerians, but there is a non-commitment stand by the Northern Bloc.
The many rivers or the hurdles before it is for leaders of Nigerian leaders to really see restructuring, like I said before, as mere rearrangement of your house.
Those that are pushing for restructuring are in the minority. For you to achieve restructuring, you need to completely amend the Constitution. The Constitution as it is now does not support restructuring. So that's the first point. We need to amend the Constitution. Now, the bulk of the people who are supporting restructuring are from the South, and we are in the minority at the National Assembly.
Even as many people have different ideas and suggestions regarding how the country can be restructured, some believe the country is already restructured as it is. However, the President, Muhammadu Buhari, thinks that any of such demands should be channeled through the appropriate quarters as the national and state assemblies.
The North is the powerhouse of agriculture in Nigeria. Oil money has made everybody lazy. Don't you remember the granite pyramids of Kanu? Don't you remember the heights and skin, the leather factories in Kanu and the North? The North has a lot to gain when we restructure.
No, I don't think the bill on restructuring is before the National Assembly. I also don't think it's actually the sole duty of the National Assembly.
Another worrying element in the equation of restructuring is the action or non-action of the Presidency and the National Assembly, organs that can facilitate the genuine urge for restructuring. For now, Nigerians believe they have not made up their minds or that they are uninterested in the project, a situation which has raised many questions, including whose interests are the nation's statesmen and the major stakeholders serving in opposition to a reformed and reunited Nigeria.
If you have learned to accommodate others, you find out that there will be nothing called marginalization. But because we don't accommodate others, we think of our personal interest and not the interest of the whole people. Because you are there, because I'm there. That is what makes up Nigeria.
We must agree as patriotic Nigerians to suppress ethnic, cultural and religious sentiments, to look beyond self-interest and bring to the front burner issues of justice, fairness to all. That is the way to go. Who will bear the cut or stand up for the supreme sacrifice? Cynthia Echeme, MCL News.